Alright. Hello, everyone. My name is Masterstarman, and welcome to tonight's stream. Rosie is looking around restlessly for something. Yeah, welcome to tonight's stream here. Today, we are wasting a lot of time kind of going back to Veilstone here. Fortunately, it's not too tough to get back, I don't think, but... yeah, we are making our way back to Veilstone to get ready to take on the next gym here. And run into a wild battle along the way there. And of course it has to be a stupid Ponyta, of course it is. Sorry, Rosie, unfortunately you're not the best fit for this fight. Although, I will say this, I kind of ran around a little bit off camera. Rosie still can't run away, because of course she can't. But, yeah. Let's actually run here. Thank God I don't have to wait for a freaking opening here and... stupid bike. Now see, this here is what I was waiting for with Rosie here. Because, yeah, we can actually fight these Geodudes now. Yeah, we're likely gonna have an evolution here in this video, and one that I've been waiting for seriously way too dang long. Because... Badoo to evolve into Roselia is kind of an annoying happiness evolution, because otherwise it's mostly just waiting for, like, happiness, but also it has to be during the daytime, and because I usually stream this game in the evenings, even though I said I was going to stream it in the afternoons, and I've kind of haven't really done that since, like, the first time I streamed this. Yeah. Let me dismount the bike here so I can actually run normally here. Badoo is really cute running around, though. I will miss little Badoo whenever it evolves, although, well, it'll still be the same Pokemon, just looking a lot different, but nothing too wrong with that, I don't think. Alright, let's head into Veilstone City now. And I'll heal at the Pokemon Center and probably switch my team around here a little bit. Because we got ourselves a fighting gym coming up, and we have a number of things that could honestly just shut this whole gym down in like 3 seconds flat. And I don't really want to be completely overkill for that, so... you know what? How's about that? We're going to switch Bob into the party for... Crobat, and I think we'll switch Gallade for Entei, I think. I'm thinking that's what we'll do here, so... we're actually close to a number of evolutions now, believe it or not. Jeez, what number is Ponyta? Like, actually, it shouldn't be too hard to find here. Yeah. Yeah, we're actually close to a number of evolutions here. Sparkster evolves on 30, and Rosie's gonna evolve in one more level, practically. I think Rosie's happiness should be fine enough, and also, I don't know if I actually healed here, so let's actually heal here first. The next gym can actually be a little bit tricky. I am kind of worried for it. Again, I have an abundance of flying and ghost and psychic types, though, so, like, I'm not that overly worried. I guess I also have the psychic TM now, but again, I kind of don't want to teach that just instead of... I could easily teach psychic to both Gallade, who wouldn't really benefit from it, honestly, but I could also give it to Miss Drevis. And Miss Drevis would benefit a lot from it. But first things first, I'd like to give Rosie another massage. Let's relax there, Rosie. Ooh, Sky Sticker. I should also customize my stickers here again at some point. I have a lot of those to kind of look through. Oh, hey, it's Dawn. I don't actually have the plush on me here. I do have my figure, though. Zach, are you gonna challenge the gym? Gee, you keep getting tougher and tougher, don't you? Me? Well, I went shopping at the department store, and I mean, well, of course, I've been working on my Pokédex, but, well, I'll catch you later. Alright. Yeah, we'll definitely catch you later, Dawn. I actually kind of forgot she was standing outside the gym here. Alright, feels like forever since we've actually been to a gym, so what do you say we kind of go ahead and get things started here? The karate quads. Strike a blow with tears with my fist. Hiya, tears. Some of these battles can actually be a little tricky. I remember some of these, like, gym leaders here having fairly competently strong teams here. Some of these Machokes here being a little tricky, so I don't know how Rosie's gonna fare, and judging by that, decently well. Oh, screw you. Get out of here, Machoke. Knock it off, Fox. Okay, Rosie gained a lot of EXP from that, and a Metatite. I'm worried about Rosie really not being able to one-shot it. I feel like Rosie could come pretty well, be prepared pretty well for it. Bob, you haven't been used in like a while. Let's throw Bob out in the field here. I also gotta say, I got a follower from school_TV there since the last stream there, so thanks for the follow there, School TV. Hope you appreciate it. Hope you appreciate your time here, rather. And I see we have a speed tie, because of course we would have to. Alright, nice. Getting a message saying one of my cousins is apparently going to be over because there's been power problems here for a while. Fun. Let's use some cheap potions here, because when the heck else am I ever going to use these? Is this the guy who said the pizza line here? I actually, yeah, I lost because I didn't eat enough pizza. That's a pretty good iconic line from this game here. That is a pretty good line. But yeah, no, I wasn't actually sure if I was even going to be able to stream tonight, because my powers blinked like a few times. Also, Black Belt Darren, nice. I do know a Darren pretty well. And that should do a fairly good chunk of damage. I don't know why that didn't... Okay, I was going to say, could that not have just one shot there? Good job. I'll just finish this with Grass Knot, I guess. And that should be a level up for Rosie there, I think. Think is keyword, but yeah. Rosie is level 30. I believe Rosie is at nearly max happiness right now, and you have a super potion. Interesting. But yeah, my power's been kind of weird the last little while, and it's been, like, flickering and doing a bunch of stupid stuff lately, so I wasn't really even sure if I'd be able to stream tonight after all. That's not good. That is likely gonna mean, if it has the ability I think it has... Okay, that was a crit, so it's hard to judge there. Maybe using Entei for this wasn't the best idea, but yeah, Machoke has an ability called Guts, which is not fun to deal with. I'll just go for Flame Wheel anyway, sorry about this Entei, but... Yeah, Guts is not a fun ability at all. Well, it's fun when you can use it right, but basically if you're poisoned, paralyzed, or burned, your attack stat goes up a lot, so it can be a bit of a nuisance to deal with. Anyways, let's throw Sparkster in here. And Luxio's not really a special attacker, but Thunderbolt might be nice to have on it anyway, because it is a very strong attack. So that's kind of my logic with that there. And yeah, we can stick in for a Machop here. Why not? There's probably plenty of electric types like that, though, that are, like, of course, that are better physically than specially, but because Thunderbolt's just an all-around stronger move, that it might be better off using. That's just me sometimes, though, anyway. And do we have the moment of truth here? Do we have the moment of truth? About time. Rosie is finally evolving here. We could have caught one of these in the underground, but it's always fun to raise something like this from scratch there. Our Badoo has evolved into a Roselia. Oh boy, this is a great Pokemon here. Giga Drain, come to Papa, come to Papa. This move used to be garbage. I'm gonna be blunt and state that. Giga Drain used to only have 60 base power. It used to have only 5 PP, and those were its biggest problems. It was a very substandard attack that only had 5 PP. Now it's even stronger and has 10 PP. I'm gonna get rid of Solar Beam for that, honestly. Solar Beam's something we can buy again as much as we want. Giga Drain is... oh, it's beautiful. Poison Sting, that I don't see any need for. Oh, Giga Drain is gonna be so nice. Plus that attack boost that we just got is... oh, it's gonna be beautiful here. Now it doesn't matter what time of day I stream this at, because now I don't need to worry about day-night things for a while. Rosie appears very happy. That's nice to hear. Always good to be happy after your long-awaited evolutions. It's always very nice to see that. Alright. Alright, next gym trainer here. First, let me take this item off here and put that back in the bag there. I'll keep Rosie up in the lead just for a little bit more. It was kind of her gym to go here, so why not? Black Belt, Raphael. Yeah, that's what I like to see there. I know Meditite's not as bulky, but that's definitely what I like to see from your first battle there. And really, that was your only Pokemon there. Interesting. And I think there's only one more trainer in this gym here. And then otherwise, we have a bit of a puzzle here. I don't know if I said hi to anyone in chat here tonight either, but, yeah, I know, I guess just looking at like the users in chat, I see we got Armon, another TV viewer, Capsips06, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and Makerplier. I feel like that's somebody just trying to be Markiplier, I guess, but Makerplier, I guess. Hope everyone's having a good night. Hope everyone's having a better night than that Machoke just did. Because that Machoke definitely was not having a very good night. Let's try that again with the Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Oh man, Rosie's been doing great here. Fury Attack, Bob. Can you really learn anything better than freaking Fury Attack? No, apparently not. Fury Attack sucks, honestly. It's not worth teaching at all. You know, it struck me as kind of weird that some people were like, oh, I want them to take, like, take HMs out of this game, but then also people complained about, like, Prinplup's moveset being bad, and I'm like, you guys know one of its best moves is an HM, which we don't have yet, it's Surf, but I don't know, it's kind of dumb. Well, I'll get to that when I get to that at some point, I'm sure, but yeah. Anyways, Rosie just utterly demolished this gym by herself, so, well, besides the earlier on parts, thanks for the help also, the rest of yous. I think I'm gonna lead with, no, Bob's probably not the best lead off here. I'll lead with Sparkster, I guess. This gym might be a little hard on me, but I kind of don't want to use my really strong folks this early on here, so anyways, yeah, just trying to figure out the right way to go about this area here. I think, yeah, okay, I think this is it for the left side. I always did kind of like the puzzly aspect of a lot of the Sinnoh gyms, and this is no exception to that at this point. Anyways, this can be pushed in, I think, yeah. That can be pushed over for now. That gets pushed in there. Yeah, there we go. Right side's a little more roundabout, but it's not too bad. And I can't go down because, of course, that'd be too convenient. If I could just go down like that, and alright, it's gym leader time here. This might be a little bit tricky. I don't know what to really necessarily think about this, so let's kind of go ahead and get things rolling here, I guess. Hello, I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Maylene, and I'm the gym leader. I don't really know what it means to be strong or how I got to be a gym leader. Aw, sad Maylene. But I'll do the best as I can as a gym leader. I take battling very seriously whenever you're ready. Alright, challenged by Gym Leader Maylene. Let's do this. She starts off with a Metatite. Alright. Sparkster's waiting directions. I'm just gonna go straight for Thunderbolt on this thing here. See how well that works. Oh, why couldn't that finish it off? Man, I really wish I had Shockwave now. I actually do have that TM, but it's probably not worth teaching at this point. And she had to use a dang Hyper Potion. On the plus side, no. She's using that on her Metatite, so I'm not as worried about that for later. Alright. Machoke. This could be risky here. I honestly kind of wish I should have probably set up a nasty plot there with Misdreavus. Knowing my luck, this thing likely knows... This thing likely knows knockoff, which would be very dangerous if it hit, but I'm gonna hope it doesn't use that. Of course it knows that. Screw you! Sparkster again, I guess? I think a Thunderbolt should be able to do half of a Machoke's life bar, I think. I don't think I have to worry too much about that. Yeah, even less than half. Thunderbolt should finish it off from this range. Thank you. That's not what I was too worried about, though. Know anything about Maylene? You may know that her signature Pokemon is coming up next. And it's a toughy one. It's Lucario. Lucario is basically the fan favorite Pokemon of this generation, or one of them anyway. And I gotta say though, like, oh, but this isn't the end, my friend. No, it certainly is not. Out of all like fan favorite Pokemon like that have come out over the years, Lucario is one that I have always quite liked. Oh jeez, no, that's not what I want to see it use at all. I'm gonna assume this thing is gonna go for Bone Rush at some point. I'm hitting it with Flame Wheel just because I know it is a Steel type. Drain Punch. Oh no. No, that's not good. Oh, I should have brought Gallade into my party. This is not a good matchup at all here. This isn't really something I wanted to do here, but I guess Conquer? I don't know. I feel like slowing it down is probably going to be my biggest motivation here. This thing is likely going to sweep my entire team if I'm not careful here. Also, yeah, it's getting defense buffs, too. That also was probably why my Flame Wheel didn't really do much. Yeah, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna get rid of all those attack buffs there. I don't want to deal with that crap right now. Yeah. I don't want you hurting as much as you have been here. Again, I could have made this gym so much easier if I had Gallade and Crobat with me, but where's the fun in that, though? I kind of want to challenge myself every now and again. Drain Punch again, that's finishing Conquer off. That wasn't what I wanted to see at all. I guess I'll go to Bob here. Bob also has Charm as well, so if things do start getting really bad, I can always lower this thing's attack stat again. She's totally gonna heal it from that range there. Well, actually, no, that Drain Punch is healing from that. God, that really canceled that whole turn out. I need, like, a critical hit from this. Oh, that's not good at all. Unless... No, I'm not in Torrent range here. Not good. Come on, really? You know what? I should have actually gone for Charm there. That would have been the smarter thing to do in that situation there. I'm gonna take a gamble on Rosie here. You know, actually, I should have done this earlier. I don't think it can actually do much to my Roselia here. Bit of a bind. Yeah, I think we both kind of are here. This isn't gonna be super effective, but it'll still finish it off anyway. That would have been smoother to do. Also, hey Armand, hope you're having a good evening there. You came just in time. We defeated Maylene. And Sparkster is also evolving too. Showed up at a good time for this. General showed up at a really good time. Luxray, hello. This is kind of a weird model for Luxray, though. Just the angle that it's facing. I don't know. I'm not sure how much I like that angle for it there. But yep, our Luxio is fully evolved into Luxray. Okay, you win. That was a tough loss. I learned a lot from it. Please accept this gym badge. We have received the Cobble Badge from Maylene. I should explain about that badge. The official... Yeah, you can use Fly, and we have these stickers to use from Maylene as well. And those are the TMs for Drain Punch. That would be a pretty decent move to teach Gallade, actually. It's weaker than Brick Break, but it actually, I think it is the same strength as Brick Break in this game, actually. Maybe it's a bit weaker. It's basically a fighting type Giga Drain, which Roselia learned earlier. No, that is... Wow. Maybe I should have held off on that rather than teach Brick Break to Gallade, because that's basically a better version of Brick Break now. Also, gotta grab the figure again here. Hi, Zach, can you please help me? I dropped my Pokedex by accident and Team Galactic took it. Now they won't give it back. I really need your help. I'll be waiting in front of the warehouse. Please come. Alright. We can do that there, Don. It seems happy that you're speaking with it. Yeah. Well, Luxray's gonna be lead off the party here for its introduction battle here. I'll probably do some party switching around here, and I might go underground after this. Hopefully the levels aren't too ridiculous there, but maybe try and catch some new stuff and kind of switch the party around a little bit. After the next, like, story event sequence happens here anyway. Thank you for waiting. Restored. Hope to see you again. Alright. Oh, ooh. Thank you for the raid there, Nate. How was the Terraria going there? Nice, sub 20 in Terraria. Very nice. I don't have a whole lot of experience with Terraria, but I have seen you play that a little bit. Let's give a shout out to Nate here. Is that how I do my... Oh, okay, I guess that is how I do the shadow command there, so... Thank you for the raid there, Nate. Hope you're having a good evening there. With our newly evolved Luxray and Roselia in hand, we should teach these Team Galactic guys a thing or two here. Hi Zach, can you please help me? Dropped my Pokedex by accident and Team Galactic found it. Now they won't give it back. Please, I need your help. Team up in battle with me. Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Now like this, our team has no chance of losing. I'm not letting Team Galactic get away with this. You said it best, Don. Let's do it. Hey, you've been at the Terraria stuff for a little while. Remember when you kind of first started doing that, so... Yeah, it is always good to kind of set records like that. It's also good to electrocute a butterfly. I don't actually electrocute a butterfly unless it's in something like this case, but... And Dustox is using Venoshock. That actually will hit Clefairy pretty hard. Not as hard as it could have been, but... I'm guessing these guys just have Beautifly, Stunky, Glameow, and Dustox, which are the version exclusives, or in the Butterfly's case, version exclusives. Oh man, Luxray's proven to be a powerhouse so far. I definitely like to see that. I definitely like seeing that. That's not doing much of anything, because that's a fairy attack there. See, yeah, I'm guessing that Thunderbolt probably would have finished it off from that range, because it is just a better attack overall. I know Luxray does have better physical attack, but I don't think it's by a whole lot that would matter too much. Like, what is your... Oh, and also being a mild nature probably doesn't help. Yeah, it's only a 4-point difference. Thunderbolt's going to be doing a lot more damage kind of from here on, so... Yeah, in that sense, I do think it was probably wise to teach Thunderbolt when we got it, just because... And also, it's a dirt cheap TM in this game. Also, we never updated the graphics for whenever... everything evolved earlier, so let's do that. We have Roselia, and we have... Oh, actually, I was wrong. They have a Krogunk here. Interesting. Not like Krogunk was going to be too... tough for us, though. Done in by 2 kids, this isn't right. Should get my head down and just watched our warehouse. Well, you know what? You didn't watch your warehouse. Oh, that stinks. Our Pokemon are weak. We should get new ones from headquarters. Who cares about some Pokedex anyway? Team Galactic's gonna own all the Pokemon in the world. No, in the universe. There, take your Pokedex. Things we had in the warehouse have already been moved to Pastoria City anyways, so we'll say, you'll get yours and run like the grunts we are. What's going on? Why is Team Galactic out in the streets like they own the place? Zach, thank you sincerely. Professor Rowan ever finds out that I lost my Pokedex? Ew, I don't even want to think about it. Zach, what are you going to do now? Thinking of going to Pastoria City. Great Marsh is home to many kinds of Pokemon. That's a good idea, Don. Hope you have fun in Pastoria City. And here's the funny thing. Oh, whoa, what do we have in here? You're not Team Galactic, you're a little kid to boot. Things we made, the energy we took from Valley Windworks already in Pastoria City. Not what this is about. This is the TM94 for Fly, and take a guess at something here. If you've never played Diamond and Pearl, I want to share with you something really, really dumb here. You might know where I'm going at with this one here. Fly's a great move, by the way. Fly is definitely very great. You see this item here? You see this item? We're not able to get this until after Gym 7. That is a Dusk Stone. That is the item that is needed to evolve Misdreavus and Murkrow. And we can see it as early as this point. And we cannot get it for another, like, half the game from now. That is how long you are waiting for Misdreavus and Murkrow to evolve. They are very much usable until that point, but that is how long you wait until that point. now that we have Fly, we can actually go back to a lot of earlier areas and do a whole mess of things in said earlier areas, which I like a lot. But yeah, that's a really dumb thing, and I don't like it very much. Anyways, I kind of feel like trying to catch some new friendos here, so I'm actually gonna stock up on some Great Balls and Ultra Balls, though. I have a lot of Pokeballs here, but we're gonna be needing some extra firepower here in a little bit. And also, I forgot I have, like, no money here, so do I have anything I can sell here for? Oh, yes. Made like half my freaking wallet and money there, so I'll buy a bunch of Great Balls and Ultra Balls as well, just to have some of those things. Alright, I don't know about you guys, but let's head underground and see if we can find some more friendos here, so if I can remember what button. It's funny, because in the original games, like, I'm used to the Game Boy Advance games where they, the key item thing was on the select button, and in Gen 4 they changed it to the Y button, which, fair enough, the DS, like, if it was a Game Boy Advance, it would only have, like, if it was a Game Boy Advance, it would only have, like, 2 buttons like you can see here. Because it's a DS, there's 4 face buttons there. Having something on the Y button there, that's not the Y button, that's not the Y button. There, having something on the Y button there, made sense. And in this game, they changed it back to the select button again for some reason, which is just screwing with me a lot. You know what, if anyone wants to... Shit, no, I'll just go underground by myself here. I was gonna say if anyone wanted to join, then they could. Not that it would make much difference, I guess, but... I just feel like playing alone for now, I guess. Ooh, we spawn in the middle of some stuff here. We're actually pretty close to a really big area. I'll definitely want to check that out. We haven't been underground in a little while. And knowing our luck, the levels... Ooh. Oh, that's a stone box. Nice. And I kept getting nothing but dud walls there, of course. Yeah, skip the freaking gacha box opening here. Get a Rhyperior statue, interesting. Pale Sphere... Ooh, what is that? That's a plate of some kind, I think. Pixie plate, maybe? Yeah, pixie plate, nice. Also, every time I see that freaking, the dark icon there, for some reason I always think of, like, it kind of makes me think of Kirby for some reason. Like, I can't even really explain necessarily why, but it just kind of does. And I'm gonna lead with Pachirisu here, just because Pachirisu's convenient for that sort of thing. We have Wild Chingling. Do I have a Chingling already? I think I have a Chingling, but honestly, I remember there was one stream I spent like 10 minutes looking for one and couldn't find one, so I really don't remember. Okay, yeah, I do. Alright, that's good to know. B-Barrel. We have Swablu. Hello. Hello, Swablu. Fortunately, I am the same level as this thing, so that's decent. It actually won't take too long for Swablu to evolve here, now that I'm looking at the levels here, so that'll always be nice. I think Swablu evolves on 35, I think? Which normally is pretty late game as far as Hoenn goes, but, in this game, that's actually not that bad. This isn't actually a bad spot to catch a Swablu at all. Yeah, we'll catch a Swablu, why not? Everything else here that I'm seeing, I think we have already, but... Then again, the caves are always random, and... like, some Pokemon spawn in certain biomes, but are rarer than others, so... I have a freaking Amazon Alexa that keeps, like, turning on randomly, and I keep thinking that, like, I'm seeing, like, a light show up, but it's just that thing. I don't even really use it for much. It was something I got as, like, a Christmas gift. And giant green sphere and a freaking box again. I really should decorate my secret base at some point. Chimchar statue. I mean, there's only 4 fire types you can find in Sinnoh right now anyway, and some of them are... some of them aren't gonna be for a while, so... yeah. I mean, well, one's a starter, one is Ponyta, which we have in our team right now. Our temporary team. There's a Rhyhorn. I'm gonna be honest and real with you guys. I was really considering using Rhyhorn in my team at some point, and I may still. I haven't decided yet. Oh, jeez, this thing is a higher level. Oh, that's not good. I'll give it one quick ball here if I don't have quick balls. Do I have something 32? Yeah, Rosie is. Who will utterly demolish this thing in like 2 seconds flat. Well, I'm gonna have to anyway. Hope Dazzling Gleam doesn't finish it off, but Rhyhorn doesn't have the best special defense, so that could be a problem. That could be a really big problem. God. You know what? I'm gonna chance... actually, well... yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take a chance on this thing here. Okay. I say take a chance on something and then just proceed to utterly demolish it, but there's something kind of specific I'd be looking for with Rhyhorn. And to tell you the truth, I'm not even sure really where you would get the item needed to evolve Rhyhorn fully anyway, because that's usually like a post-game thing, and I don't know where you would find that in... if that's even in the underground in this or not. I'd assume it is, but I don't really know. So... we have Scarpies. Those took me way too freaking long to catch. I guess I could add a Scarpy to my team for a little bit. Maybe just kind of switch out and have a little variance with, like... Scorpies evolved forms and whatnot. Well, it's one evolved form, but... That might be a little while before it evolves anyway. It evolves on 37, so... Ooh, Rapidash statue, nice. There's a Pokemon that Entei might soon evolve into. For those just kind of tuning in who might be wondering why my Ponyta is named Entei, it's an Inuyasha reference. There's just a wild Golbat there, wild Veneries. There's a lot of crazy stuff you can catch in these areas. I want to check what that big area is there. Because, yeah, there are some certain biomes that can definitely be, like... I don't want to say more worth your time than others, but... I don't know, some of them I feel like... Some of them I feel like do have more in them than others. Oh, I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't be yawning as much as I have been, but... Just gotta let it all out sometimes. Okay, what is this biome here? We have wild Onyx here. Sure, you know what? I haven't seen an Onyx yet. Let's fight it, I guess. Oh, Conquer leads this. Please don't be higher level than me. Okay, thank God. This is a stupid idea. I don't know why I'm throwing a Pokeball at full health here for this. Yeah. I think Onyx does have a semi-lower catch rate than I expected to. I remember when Let's Go came out, one of my biggest problems with Let's Go is that I swear to God the catch rates in that game are rigged. With a capital R. And people were like, people were giving me crap for, like, giving that game crap, and I'm like, how come I try and catch something and they have, like, the catch rate of, like, a legendary Pokemon? And I know it's because you can't really weaken anything in that game. But, yeah, it's a pretty brutal game to catch some stuff in. Conquer's 32, not bad. I may actually go catch another Pachirisu at some point. Maybe off camera, maybe end of this stream, I'm not sure. Maybe a couple more Pachirisus, I haven't really decided yet, but having a couple of them around might not be the worst thing. Just for the pickup items. Pickup is a really good ability, and if I could help boost my chance of getting, like... I'll need a Shiny Stone and a Dusk Stone in order to evolve Roselia and Misdreavus. Oh, come on. How... Oh, wait, never mind. I was about to say, how the heck did Bubble Beam miss there? No, that was Onyx's attack missing. Really, I'm surprised I'm not seeing anything here with Sturdy here. Ooh! Ooh, Pinsir! That's something neat. I would not be against catching one of these. I guess Pinsir and Scyther must be version exclusive then, because I have a Scyther in my Diamond. I know because I used a Scizor in my Diamond. That's a pretty interesting find. This must not be very common, I think. Also, I'm glad I'm not fighting a Heracross right now, because that thing does get guts, so... Alright, that did decent damage. It's using Vital Throw. I would like to just catch this thing right now. See, that's when the catch rates are actually cooperative. And not spending, like, 30 Pokeballs. Okay, so this Pinsir here, I caught in my first Pokeball because it was actually, like, the levels were working the way they were supposed to. Meanwhile, I spent about 20 freaking Pokeballs trying to catch a damn Combi. All because a Combi was, like, 8 levels higher than I was at the time. And again, Pinsir is a way... Well, I don't want to say rarer Pokemon than Combi, because Combi is a honey tree thing, but it's... Normally, I would call a Pinsir more, like... I don't want to say more value than a Vespiquen, because Vespiquen can be pretty cool in its own right, but... I don't know. The levels in this game are stupid sometimes. What can I say? If I actually had a Magnemite, I could actually evolve an Onyx. But there isn't really a whole lot of point, though. The reason I say there isn't a whole lot of point... Also, did I say... No, I don't have one yet. I guess I don't need to catch an Onyx here. I can always catch them later in the wild pretty easily. But you can actually also later catch Onyx's evolved form in the wild as well, so... That's also really nice to get there. Not bad. Not bad at all. We got ourselves an Onyx. If I did have a Magnemite, I could potentially get the item to evolve Onyx there, but... Just gonna take one more good look around and see if I can maybe get a Rhyhorn here, because I do... Like, I legitimately did want to use a Rhyhorn for a while, but I haven't really decided on that quite yet. Yeah, run from said snake here. I could probably talk about this story here. I was thinking about this earlier. And this isn't a new story, I've told this a bunch of times before, and it's something that's actually kind of just an old, like, joke reference to an old video of mine. A few years ago, or not a few years ago at this point, it was several years ago, but, in my Let's Play of, Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, I ended up, at one point, like, this is how early on this was, because... there was one recording session I did during the middle of a Nintendo Direct, and if that was nowadays, I would be way more hyped for the Direct. I would not even think about recording anything during that, but this was kind of still in the early days of the Directs, so I wasn't really, like, as hyped into them as I was nowadays. Anyways... It was the Direct where they announced Rosalina and Luma for Smash Wii U at the time, Smash Wii U and 3DS. And when they announced Rosalina and Luma, I was in the middle of recording Wind Waker at the time, and during a cutscene, I was like just checking my phone, and I saw I had a message on Skype, and it was a friend of mine at the time messaging me that, the news, and saying that, Rosalina and Luma were added to Smash Bros. And I misread that stupid message. And in the video I even said this, and you can go back and watch it. I think it's part 28 of Wind Waker HD, I think. It's the one where I fought the, Jalhala boss. Just the boss of the Earth Temple in that. And anyways, I literally said in the video, so they added Roselia from Pokemon and a Luma to Smash Bros. And I thought to myself, I was like, they really added a very random and not really relevant Pokemon from Gen 3 and just a Luma. Like, no other character, literally just a Luma. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm curious how both of those would work, because Luma, I was like, Luma could have some potential. Roselia, you know, I wasn't thinking much about Roselia, but I'm like, you know, that Pokemon does, it kind of has a, Roselia kind of has that form, you know, that seems like it would honestly be a pretty interesting fighter. I feel like it would kind of, like, I feel like Roselia could have worked, I guess you could say. She got that form, I guess you could say. God, I swear I'm talking more and more City Girl as the days go on, but... yeah. I don't know, it's just a story I look back on that makes me laugh looking back on it. I've definitely told that, like, many times over the years. But it is always a fun story to kind of talk about again. Alright, nothing, of course. We are going to be coming up, probably not today, because I don't know how much more of, like, the main game I'll be playing, but, like, whenever we eventually get to Pastoria, that's where the heart scales will definitely take effect, and I won't need to use as many of them as I was thinking I would have, because, like, I was thinking that, like, in order to get cross poison on Crobat, I would have needed to do that. But that's not the case here, so, that's definitely one more shard I won't need to use. Alright. Prism Sphere, alright. And that's everything for that. Yeah, I hope everyone else is having a good night tonight. It's kind of a quiet Tuesday. It's my first kind of day back to work, which I wasn't really, like, anticipating back, because, you know, I just had effectively 2 short weeks and 2 long weekends in a row between Christmas and New Year's, and I feel like I did almost nothing but played Persona 4 Golden throughout my whole New Year's, but I can't complain too much. And actually, I actually beat that game last night, believe it or not, because that's how much I've been playing that game. So, but yeah, I thought, personally, I liked that game a lot. I thought it was really fun, and definitely, I like stories that can make me think, and that is a game that I think definitely makes me think, so. Do I have a Kricketot? I never remember, because this is a Pokemon you can only find, I think, during the morning and maybe at night. I generally do not remember if I have a Kricketot or not. No, I do not. Also, this thing is higher level than me. I swear to God, if this gives me hell to catch, I am, like, calling the former president. Because this is a freaking Kricketot. It is not a tough Pokemon to catch and not a good Pokemon to catch. And this thing is going to give me a harder time than, like, a Legendary is going to give me. Oh, nice. Yeah, Mario Party Superstars is definitely a really good game. I wouldn't mind getting back to that at some point. Oh god, let's see how bad this gets. Yep, we're starting this up here. We are starting this up here. To people who tell me that levels do not matter when catching things, I'm gonna present to you this stupid instance, because Kricketot is not hard to catch at all. It is not a good... Or I could get, like, a critical capture and get that immediately there anyway. Sure. I think that was a critical capture there anyway. But yeah, Cricketot's not, like... It evolves into Pokemon with a funny cry, but it's... not that amazing, honestly. I'm trying to find your... Wikipedia page here. This thing is a 255 catch rate. It was on 1 health. Literally under no normal circumstances, even at that catch range, it shouldn't have broken out at that point. Even if I did catch it, like, almost immediately after that, that thing was not rare at all. I feel like I'm describing it as a... I feel like I'm describing it as, like, a Gen 4 or Gen 5 Beanie Baby that... Sometimes I, like, watch old Beanie Baby videos from time to time just for something to do, and... Yeah, a lot of beanies aren't really as valuable as some people make them out to be. I might play some Smash later. I don't know what time later. Some friends and I kind of want to play that a little bit later on, but... Yeah. That was not the strongest Metal Claw in the world, but we might have a Metal Claw that'll hit a little harder next time. I hate that this thing is higher level than me. Yeah, yeah, it's not higher level than Luxray, though. Luxray will be fine to deal with that. Rhyhorn does have really, really good defenses, though. So... Come on. Dang it. Can you not? I'm gonna try an Ultra Ball on it. Why not? Come on, that literally had the same effect as a Pokeball. Oh my god. Come on. Piss off. Dumb. Thank you. I like how you can tell if it's a, like, catch on the third shake or breakout in this, because if it's a catch, it'll always kind of pause for a second. Let's see. Let's go with... Let's name you Rex Rocker. And I want to see your summary. You have Rockhead for your ability. Not the best nature for that. Actually, that's actually not a bad nature. I was about to say not the best nature. I'm like, wait a second. Rhyhorn has garbage special defense normally. It has through-the-roof physical defense. That's not bad. And Rockhead's actually the ability I think I'm looking for because it actually upgrades into a different ability by the time it fully evolves. Yeah, I think we might have just caught something here. Alright, not bad. You know what? Yeah, let's add you to the party here, Rex Rocker. I'm gonna throw Sparkster back to the PC for the time being, I think. Just Sparkster is kind of a high level there. I might try and see if I can find just, like, one more different thing kind of in the underground here for now. I also should probably heal at some point as well. That would probably be very nice. What do you got here? I have Calm Mind, Bullet Seed, Taunt, Thief, Fling. Nothing I really need from you there. I'll have to ask some friends around just to kind of see, like, what my options are really for evolving Rhyhorn fully, because it has a really good final evolution that would be very, very beneficial for later on, but I'm not too sure how I'd go about getting said final evolution. So I do have a copy of Diamond, though, and it wouldn't really hurt to try and maybe get the item for that in my Diamond copy. If Ardo was here in chat, I would definitely ask him that, but probably know better more than I would here. Watch, he's just gonna show up here, like, right after this and say that he was really lurking this whole time. What if? That's alright. I think he might be either working or doing other things tonight. I know he's usually pretty busy a lot of the time. Actually, I should have probably seen what those Pachirisus were like there. It's gonna be a different set of things here, though, so... Because I do want to catch another Pachirisu with Pickup, and I don't have... Well, I mean, I was gonna go back to the Valley Wind Works anyway, and I have something that can very easily catch a Pachirisu with Glade's False Swipe. I have a Swablu already. I believe I have a Hoodoo already as well. Hoodoo's not really special to the underground. I guess it's just a little uncommon because you can usually only find it at nighttime. Otherwise... Okay, I don't think this cave really has a whole lot of anything in it. Some Pokemon are very, very rare in the spacious caves. Like, there are certain Pokemon, like, sure, I'll battle this one Pachirisu, I guess, and see if I can get anything with it, I guess. Do you has pickup for your ability? Let's go Rex Rocker. That'll be fine for it to use that. I'm worried this thing is also going to know something stupid like Sweet Kiss, though, so I should probably be on my... Oh, this thing knows Curse! We got something good on our hands if we know Curse here. Holy crap. If you don't know what Curse does, on Ghost types, it has a different effect. But, we got something good on our hands. I'm just gonna say that straight up front here. Curse lowers our speed one stage. This is the non-ghost type effects. It's what'll affect Rhyhorn more. It lowers our speed by one stage, but raises our attack and defense by one stage also. Do you see why that's good on a very slow but tanky Pokemon? You don't need Thunder Wave, you have Nuzzle. No. I want to see your summary. You don't have the ability I was looking for. That is not what I wanted. No offense. I should just heal up Rhyhorn and put him in the lead here for now. And I can't walk around with him in this. But yeah, you kind of get the point though. Like, I'm also just going to rearrange my moves here anyway, just so I can have Rock Blast as my first thing there. Put Hex up front there, Bulb Beams there, Flame Wheel there, Giga Drain there. That's fine. Yeah, that's a really, really good thing for Rhyperior to have. So... Ooh, Absol. Did I catch an Absol already? I feel like I might have. I can't tell. No, because it's not... Freaking Synodex, can you really not sort... You know what, I'm gonna quote Tigsa here, sort your life out, Pokedex. I do not have an Absol. Okay. Screw you. Jerk. Fine, fine, I will attack. If you want me to attack, I'll definitely attack here. Oh, I just realized it's using freaking pressure for its ability there. Come on, okay, thank God. Let's go, Pokeball. Screw you. I don't know why you did that, but okay then. You know what, I'm just gonna go for an Ultra Ball. Absol has a bit of a lower catch rate. This is meant to be more of a... usually more late-game Pokemon. Ironically, it was the very first thing I found in the Underground when playing my Diamond copy, but... yeah. Also, I don't know, but is this my first stream of the new year? I know this is a stupid question, Yeah, I think that... Sorry, I don't think I acknowledged that until now. I think this is my first stream of 2022. I know I did. I didn't stream Paper Mario on Saturday there and whatnot, but... Impish Nature, interesting. Not really the best for Absol, but not the worst either, I guess. Wait, what was that movie head there? Magic Coat. Oh, okay then. That's interesting. That's an interesting description that it straight up mentions the other moves that it cancels out. A lot of moves like that don't really do that, but that's kind of interesting, I guess. Let's see what this area here is. Ooh, a Volcanic Cave. We got Wild Houndooms. Shoot. This will be very good for Rhyhorn to battle here. I just hope I don't accidentally one-shot it here. It's funny that Houndoom's the evolved form, and yet it's rare, or like more common than Houndour is. Yes, he was beat up on me. Well, I'm also going to use a multi-hit move, but unlike yours, I have a good chance of possibly one-shotting you. Yep, that's exactly what we just did. I'm honestly thinking I might see about teaching Bulldoze to Rhyhorn, or at least something that... You're learning Stomp. That actually isn't too bad for you. That is better than Tackle is... Yeah, let's teach that. I have a feeling Rhyhorn might learn Bulldoze eventually. Like, yeah, you know what? Let me just loosely check out, like, what your moveset is there, Rhyhorn. I'm just kind of curious to see kind of what your next, like, moves are here. Actually, it does learn a better ground move than Bulldoze in just a couple levels through level ups, so maybe it's not the wisest to teach that right now. I'm not the biggest Rock Blast fan in the world, but it isn't the worst move either. Again, I wouldn't mind catching one of these Houndooms, though, just for something to catch, I guess, so... See if it can take a hit from Prinplup anyway. And this thing is a higher level, meaning it's gonna have the freaking catch rate of a... I don't even know what this thing would have the catch rate of, but nothing I want to deal with. Thank you. Quick Claw. That's Taunt. Let me switch out here. Do I have anything... Rosie will die in 2 seconds here. Conker's almost gone here. Let's just go back to Rex Rocker here. If anyone on my team can take hits. Also, Clefairy's another Pokédoll. I don't think I found a shiny stone yet, did I? Probably not, but... Because I know I have the Dawn Stone, but that's not the same thing. Come on, this thing is not even near the same level as I am right now. Actually, wait, no, I think it is a higher level than I am now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, it definitely is. Dang it. I don't want to send something else. Conker's thrilled a bit. It's nice to hear. I'm gonna need to do this, honestly. God, the catch rate thing is stupid in this game. Thank you. And now, watch, I'm gonna catch this on my first ball here. Sort your stupid life out, game. Go sort your life out, stupid game. Nah, this game's not stupid, though. I only just give it the flack of being stupid sometimes. It's definitely not, though. Ah, no, I don't mean to do that. I want to catch, like, one more new thing in the underground here, and then maybe, like, sort our team out a little bit after the fact, anyway. Because I kind of like the rotation of team we have going on right now. I don't like being limited to just having 6 main Pokemon on my team here. I wouldn't mind. I was kind of like this in Diamond, but by the time I got to Gym 6 going on to Gym 7, that was when I kind of, like, officially settled my last, like, team together and not really worrying about, like, temporary team members or anything. So, Calm Mind, not bad. I'm Seamus. No matter where you're in the underground, you can hear people hammering. I find it really reassuring. Oh man, whenever I think of, I know Seamus, I know Seamus is like a name, but like whenever I think of that name, I usually just think of YouTube user SSOHPKC. And, like, that wasn't, like, someone that I actively watched a whole lot, but, like, he was a really big YouTuber back in the day, and I think out of everyone from, like, God, I feel old thinking, I feel old bringing up the creatures here, because nobody these days probably remembers the creatures very well, and yet they were such a massive, massive, like, group of YouTubers back in the day, like, one of the biggest, like, group names you could really think of. And, like, I don't know, I kind of unfollowed most of them back in the day, but, like, I always did kind of like, come on! Come on! I got, like, 5 dead blocks in a row there. But yeah, I always did, like, Seamus' stuff quite a bit, and I don't know, I know he kind of just left social media altogether for a while. I think he might have been back last I checked, but I don't know, it's just been, like, forever since I've really followed him or, like, anyone, really, so at the end of the day, I hope people like that are all doing well, though, because, I mean, I guess it is, sometimes it's a small world, and you know, you just kind of hope that if it's a name you hadn't have heard of in, like, years. Like, I know for some people they think the definition of years is, like, 2 or 3 years ago. I'm like, no, girl, I mean, like, years. Like, half a decade or more. Which, guys, I just realized half a decade ago was 2017 now. Like, no, can we not do this at this point? Like, can we not play the old game? Can we not play the really, really old game? Alright. probably should not have gone for Rock Blast there, but I guess we'll try it anyway. Okay, no, that wasn't as powerful as I thought. I guess I am curious, like, has this Twitter really updated much in the last little while? Oh, I guess, okay. I guess I'm not following him on Twitter, but apparently he still updates, and I guess he's apparently Let's Playing Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, judging by his most recent tweet, which was yesterday, so that's something. You're learning Pain Split. I don't think so. That is actually not a half-bad move. That's interesting. Basically think Bowser Revolution as a move. It adds up both the user's HP and the target's HP, and then splits them. It's an interesting move, but it's not something I need to really worry about too much right now. It's mostly more useful if, can we not get a freaking runaway Pachirisu here, please? Pain Split's mostly useful if, like, say I'm really low on health, and you're at, like, full health. It's something you can use to basically give you a lot of health back. But, yeah. No, it is always nice, though, to hear from others, though, and hear that they are still either making videos or still just around, you know? There's been times where, like, some people just retire from making content, some people just kind of disappear, but in the end of the day, we all, I mean, unless they retire or something happens to them, I mean, like, a lot of the time we kind of always find ourselves on our way back to the where we once came from anyway, so here I am talking about Let's Playing as if it's some big philosophical thing. Like, it's really not, but I like thinking about those kinds of things, so from time to time. I was about to say, what made me even start talking about SSOH PKC in the first place, but no, it's because I saw the NPC named Seamus down here. Old YouTube. Old YouTuber nostalgia. It's definitely something. That was a very lucky find there, because I didn't even see that on that at all. I feel like if Teagues does live by the time we're done with this, which I don't know if she would be or not, but I feel like that would probably make a good raid target, given how many times I've said sort your life out tonight, but yeah. I guess for the record, like, this is, again, weird, because I didn't watch, like, SSOH PKC that much, but I think what I always kind of liked about him was that he was a good variety content creator. He did a lot of, like, okay, I'll take that. he did a lot of, like, modern stuff and a lot of stuff, like, shortly after release, but he also did a lot of, like, Mario World ROM hacks and, like, a lot more stuff that I would have probably been into, so he just had a nice kind of variety to him, I guess. Ooh, a shiny Magmortar statue. Nice. I'm being chased by a scorpion here. That scorpion was about to rock me like a hurricane. So that is what they do best. I'll check these 3 places and then I'll probably head up here. I realize the underground stuff's probably not the most interesting of things, but it can be interesting, I guess, just trying to find some new stuff and... yeah. Definitely. Again, I just pounded a random spot in the wall there and got that. But yeah, I'm very, very glad about that heart scale, I'll tell you that right now. And I'm also gonna save here because I haven't done that in a while, so let's save. What do we got in here? Ooh, a Dazzling Cave. These places, I think, can have some interesting things in them, like Misdreavus and Ghastly, for one thing. But, no, I feel like there are some other... I might check this place a couple of times here. I think I have just about everything in here, though. I'll check this place a couple times. It's also just a really pretty area. I like the Dazzling Caves. So we have a lot of Misdreavuses in here. If Ardo was here, he would probably be pissed at me at how soon I found this here. Because, from what I understand, he spent a really long time looking for this Pokemon. But we get... okay. I like Togepi. Oh god, it's just gonna totally get, like, Explosion out of this. Oh, come on. Can you not? Can we not use Triple Kick here? I don't think I'm gonna use a Togepi on my team, because that would, like... thanks. I guess Togepi can learn Extra Sensory, though. Let's go to Misdreavus so I'm not hit by anything dumb here. I'll still be able to be hit by things, but actually, wait, shoot, this thing's... No, let's not go to Misdreavus, go to Roselia here. I'm not putting up with your stupid freaking catch rate. Oh, shoot, I might have just... Actually, no, I'm not losing Roselia to this. It's a Togepi. It's not... Even if Extra Sensory is a strong move, it's coming from a Togepi. I'm not too worried about that. There we go. This would take me a while to evolve, considering I just went through a Happiness evolution, and also it needs a... Like Roselia, it needs a Shiny Stone to evolve, which means I would need to find one from Pickup, but... Hey, Togepi's a nice Pokemon. What can I say? I do like Togekiss a lot. It's one of my favorite Gen 4 types, and there's a lot of Gen 4 Pokemon I really like, so... Yeah. Kinda just want to explore this area like 1 or 2 more quick times and see if I just find anything else interesting in this area. Oh, Rhyhorn's down for the count right now, but... Ooh, Duskull! That would be interesting to catch, maybe. Here's another Pokemon that's normally not in Diamond and Pearl, but in Platinum, so that's kind of a neat find. higher level than it, so that's good. I did not expect that to one-shot because Duskull is very bulky. I did not expect Misdreavus to hit it that hard. Good going. Let's try and find another Duskull here. I wouldn't mind catching one of those things. I think Togepi you can find in other areas as well. I remember my good friend Artomew, he found one in just like the normal... I almost hit that Bronzor there. He found a Togepi in just one of the normal biomes, not the Crystal Cave area here. But... yeah. I think it can be found just about anywhere. It's just a really rare thing to find. Sums up the underground nicely. There's a Ralts. We do have a Ralts on our team, but... I normally would try and catch that Ralts, and I mean, I probably could, honestly. It does evolve pretty early on, but... or would evolve pretty fast. Not as fast as I had Gallade, mind you, but it wouldn't take too long to evolve it. There's another Ralts there. Actually, thinking of Ralts is just reminding me of this one really cursed ad I saw once. You know those really stupid Pokemon fan games that, like, you see on, like, mobile devices and such? It was, like, one of those, and it was using, like, really, really, really terrible grammar and whatnot. It was basically, like... it was something like... did you know us Pokemons, with, like, a plural S there, evolve into humans when we're, like... it was something really stupid and really, like, cursed, and eventually, like... it probably wasn't as cursed as I'm describing it, but it was basically, like, this, like, Ralts growing up to basically be, like a human cosplaying as a Ralts, but just in, like, a really, really corny... like, fan game style. Like, it was something like that. Just one of those cheap, low-budget, knockoff mobile games. I don't know why I'm reminded of that, but it was something that seeing Ralts there kind of just reminded me of. Can I find another Duskull here? I kind of wanted to catch the one I encountered, and kind of just didn't. I did actually have Duskull on my team temporarily in Brilliant Diamond. Ooh! Actually, wasn't there someone looking for a Smoochum on Madam's server the other day? I wasn't sure I'd be able to find a Smoochum in the wild, but that's interesting. I'm gonna just try a Pokeball, honestly. Yeah, I remember that. I just left, like, a general message saying that I found a Smoochum there. Smoochum's interesting, and actually, this would evolve pretty quickly as well. I'm gonna give you a nickname here. Yeah, you know what, because I don't have any... because I really do not have any, like, clever names here, you know what, sure. We can throw Lady Gaga in our party, I guess, for the time being. Let's throw Rosie into the PC for now, I guess. And Smoochum is, like, very late in Gen 2 here, so... Got a lot of rare things in this cave area here. That's what I like about the underground. You can find some really neat stuff here. There's another Dust Skull. I'm throwing Smoochum in my party because I think Smoochum evolves via level up. I want to say it's on level 30 it evolves. And we're past that point, so in theory, it should only be one more level. I'm hoping, so... Yeah, use Mean Look all you want. I'll just go for that. I swear to God, this thing's just gonna use Curse now and, like, kill itself. I hope it doesn't do that. We have a good selection of new things, though. We're gonna rotate our team around here and switch some new faces in here. The thing with the next gym is that the next gym's actually gonna be really good for both Roselia and Luxray here, so I'm kind of torn with that, because I'm like, ooh, Spell Tag. Yeah, place the item in my bag, definitely. Spell Tag would be, or not Spell Tag, but like, Roselia and Shinx are going to be very useful in the next area, but I kind of don't want them being super over-leveled, like, star of my team either. I know I could have said the same for, like, Glade and Crobat in this last gym, but I would say this next gym coming up is even harder than those ones are, so... Ooh, what's this item here? Is this a TM? Ooh, a charcoal. Not the most useful item in Gen 4, admittedly, when there's not many fire types, but that can be good for Ponyta. Boost in firepower, quite literally. Let's see what this last area is here, and then I might wrap things up shortly after this. I know it was kind of a weirder stream. We didn't really make a whole lot of progress, but we did definitely kind of straighten our team around a bit. Caught a number of new things that I wouldn't mind trying out. Might even, like, re-nickname some various things as well, so... it's a bunch of Scorpies, or just a bunch of stuff we've seen a million times over. PP up, very nice. I'll check this area a couple times, but we've been in the rocky area biome a lot. There's not really a whole lot we haven't seen here. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a whole lot else in this area here. It's kind of that Crystal Cave I was more interested in for the time being, just because we caught, like, at least, like, 3 new things there. Oh, there is an item up there, actually. I didn't see that earlier. What is that? Not something particularly helpful. I don't know, I almost never really use weather moves a whole lot unless I'm making, like, a very specific, dedicated team for that. Back in the days of Shoddy Battle, I used to use... I used to use a decent Rain Dance team for a time, and again, like, I'm just making like a bunch of old... Ooh, Teddy Ursa. That's another pretty uncommon Pokemon. I'll catch that. I do like me a Teddy Ursa here. This thing will probably evolve in a fairly short bit time as well, so... Nice. That just lowers my attack, right? Yeah. I'll just go for the ball now. Might as well. Not bad, not bad. Actually, do you have pickup for your ability also? Because that might not be the worst thing to have. I see Patrice was a max repel for some reason. Now you have quick feet, okay. I know it does keep that after it evolves. I was gonna say, I thought it could have pickup for its ability. I know when it evolves, it does normally get Guts, but I know Quick Feet is its evolved form's other ability. Quick Feet and Guts are both basically the same ability, but for different stats. If it's poisoned, paralyzed, or burned, it raises either attack or speed. Up to you to decide which one's the better of the two, of course, but both have their ups and downs. Anyways, let's go back to the Pokemon Center, and I want to try and catch at least one more Pachirisu with pickup here, but besides that, like, yeah, we have a number of new Pokemon to check out here, so... Let's see who we got here. Let's throw... See, I don't know who I want to switch out for the time being, honestly. Like, I'll throw Swablu in my party for now a little bit, and... Okay, wait, hold on. Some of you guys should be in box 18 here for the more permanent team things here. See, I really want to switch a lot of things into my party here for the time being, but I guess I'll switch Bob for Duskull for now as well, I guess, but yeah, it's... I don't know, we just have a whole mess of new Pokemon to kind of try out here for the time being, I guess. Anyways, what we can now do is actually fly, very, very, very fortunately. And well, hold on. I wanted to switch Gallade into my party for the time being here, so, because with Gallade, I wanted to check said grass here and hopefully get another Pachirisu with pickup. I just want to try and increase our chances of getting another shinier Dusk Stone here, which I know is, like, we'll be able to get those items here in the somewhat near future anyway. Well, not Dusk Stone anyway, I'll tell you that. Shiny Stone, it'll be a while yet, but honestly, Roselia can hold its own for the time being, so... Oh man, I really shouldn't be yawning as much as I have been here. Can I start running into a Pachirisu, please? I know I ran into like a billion of them underground, but... So yeah, I'm aware the team graphic hasn't really been updated there. I think I'll worry about that, like, kind of next stream here, because we are kind of close to wrapping up tonight's stream. It was a pretty successful one, though. We did beat a gym leader and caught a bunch of new things in the underground, which is always nice. How long does it take to run into one Pachirisu here? Also, making sure, do I even still have False Swipe? I should. Yeah, I do. Okay, that's good. I swear to God, I'm gonna run into a shiny Pokemon before I run into a dang Pachirisu here. Mark my word on this. Just mark my word, guys. I know you can find Pachirisus at night, too. It's not like a thing where it's a day and night thing, but... There we go. Now watch, this is just gonna have Runaway for its ability. Also, I did not find a shiny Pokemon before finding one of these things. Also, wow, that actually didn't send it to 1 HP there. Actually, yeah, I probably did. I thought it had a little bit more than 1 HP left there, but yeah, that probably is 1 HP there, actually. But yeah, Pachirisu... That's False Swipe's ability in a nutshell. It's a move that never finishes a Pokemon off beyond 1 HP. Come the frick on! On the plus side, I'll have 6 Pachirisus to run around Amity Square with in due time. I know someone who wanted to see that at one point. Yeah, use your baby doll eyes all you want here. Yeah, okay, so that would have been 1 HP there no matter what there then. Ugh. Thank you. There we go. Finally, another pickup one. Yeah, let's switch my party around here. Alright, let's throw Conquer back in the party here. I guess Entei, you can go on the PC for now, and... Do we have 6 Pachirisus by now? I want to say we do. We have 2 in our party. Yeah, we have 6 Pachirisus, so... Next stream we'll probably have a running around session in Amity Square for the time, and other than that, I also kind of want to rename several Pokemon as well, because we haven't really done a whole lot with the Name Raider. But other than that, we'll probably just be taking our new posse around and trying to mess around and do some stuff here. I was gonna check my ball capsules though. Yeah, I only have 2 of these so far, so let's go ahead and make some new ones here. Yeah, we have some electricity stickers here. Why don't we... Go ahead and make some lightning. And... well, actually, it's gonna preview this with Pachirisu, but... Or... Rhyhorn, sure, why not? That's fine there, though. And we will select this for our Luxray. Let's see what other Pokemon we can set some stickers for here. Not what I meant to do there. That's literally no capsule at all there. Select this on Misdreavus. And I don't have one for Crobat yet either. Let's place one for Crobat. What do we got here? What do we got? I have a lot of sky stickers. Why not? Let's... Place some sky stickers around here, and let's give Crobat something else too. Let's give you a... Let's give you a star as well, why not? Let's just go with that for now, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Let's preview all of our seals so far here. It's actually a pretty cool effect for Luxray there, just the electricity coming out kind of around it. I think that is actually really cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You know what? Let's give a couple more here. Why not? Let's just place a couple more stickers. We do have some rock ones here, so let's place some rock ones around and let's go with that there for good old Rex Rocker here. Let's give you one as well. Let's see what you look like with that. It's pretty cool. Alright, I think that is gonna do it for tonight's stream, though. I think I can also... Okay, yeah, I can just fly from the map. That's, like, the biggest upgrade from, like, Sword and Shield, I swear to God. Just being able to go into the map and fly like that. With all that being said, thank you everyone for kind of tuning in tonight. It's definitely been a pretty lax stream, but we do have a lot of new Pokemon in our posse today that we'll definitely have for next time. We're gonna explore some new routes and battle a bunch more trainers with some new folks in hand. Actually, I'm curious what my other Pokemon know here. Haze and Dragon Breath, interesting. Grudge, Payback, Will-O-Wisp, Mean Look, alright. You know, Ice Punch and... Psychic is actually really good on this Pokemon. Ice Punch, not so much. Like, in the early days, it was kind of known for Ice Punch, but not as much nowadays. But that's a really good move for... Psychic is, like, a really good move for the Jinx line to have, so... Lady Gaga here will actually be hitting incredibly hard with that move, so... That is not something I thought I was gonna say tonight, but... Yeah. Let's see if anyone's live tonight. I think we do have a raid target here. Yeah, let's raid Mega Freak 400. He's playing Death's Door. I don't really know what that is, but I guess it's an indie game that he's playing, I guess. So thanks everyone for kind of tuning in tonight. I know he's probably not here right now, but thanks to Nate for the raid there earlier. Again, congrats on the sub 20 in Terraria. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you guys later. I think that's, yeah, that is your Twitch handle there, right, Mega? I'll see you guys later. Peace out.